is up, guys? Welcome back to Pirate Studios. So I haven't done an amp sim video in forever. There's so many of them out there. It's pretty saturated, so it's like meh. um, I keep going back to machine learning amp sims. Those are just the best on the market, and this is no exception. Vic sent me this pack for free, and actually kind of donation, but I told him I would do a video, and so here we are. What you just heard is one of the mini packs that are in this pack. It's and let's just go to the website so you can see what's going on. Here it is, and it's on sale right now for $19 too, so it's like $10 off with a code. But it comes with an original 5152, and then it's got a Mesa, dual rectifier, and a crank, R1. Yeah, R1. And then it's got a Marshall, and it's got a Engel Savage. It's got several, holy crap, it's got several EVH 5150s, two Stealths, EL34, 6L6, and a regular 5150, EVH 5150 100 watts. So it's just full of stuff, and it's got 19 amp captures altogether, and then 15 cab IRs and 8 different overdrive pedals. Oracle Sound has a new plug-in too that you could get that is a neural amp loader called Ritual. And I didn't use this in this demonstration only because we have a little bit of phase issue when blending the IRs when you don't capture your IRs all at the same time, kind of different times. I hit them up about it, and that's going to be in a future update. But for now, I'm using NAMM Universal. And I hope you just like that little bit of a demo there in the beginning. It is a breakdown kind of an upcoming original song. And shut up and get to it. So here we go. So the first thing I'm using on this is the Merciless Drive. This is a signature overdrive pedal that was made for Vic Audio, and it is a real pedal. Not exactly sure where you can buy the actual real pedal, but I'm pretty sure that it's made in Ukraine, which is pretty awesome. That's where Vic Audio lives. And he did tell me, so he profiled these at 0 gain. So if you lower your input on your pedal, it's going to add more DI signal because it's already at 0. Just to clarify that. So, and it comes with 2 different levels. It's got level 4, which is the volume, and then level 10. That's really all you need. And I've used 2 different ones with two of the examples that I'm going to show you today. So what you heard in this is the Crank R1. And I really didn't do anything to the EQ. And I never do that. I never ever do that. And the Marshall impulse response is on the left side, and then one of the Engels is on the right. And I'll just go ahead and play this solo, and I will switch the guitar, the impulse response left, and switch it right so you can hear. Here's the Marshall, and it's got several Marshalls. It's got 3, looks like 3 of each. Yeah, so it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different impulse responses, or 5 different speakers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different speakers and 3 different captures of each. So here's the Marshall and the Crank. This, like I said, as you can see, the EQ is at 12 o'clock, so I didn't do anything. And here's the Marshall. All right, and then here's the Engel. I think this is a little bit of a brighter tone. So I was wrong. It's a little bit darker. Sounds great right in the middle, just 50-50. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and let you hear the two guitars together without the drums and stuff. So, as far as the bus effects, I never compress guitars. I don't see the need to compress guitars, especially high gain, because it's a compressed signal already. So this is what we got. It's pretty simple. It's a specific. It is specific frequencies every time. So get rid of 4K. I got rid of 4K. That's always one of the immediate things that you almost always have to do because it hurts the ears. So I did that, and then the next two things that I like to do before anything else other than 4K is I want to open the amp up to not be like this at all. I want it to open. That's the best way I can explain it anyway. So the two best ways to do that is 5K, which is here, and then 12.5. So as you can hear, takes away a little bit of muddiness. And then I've got a whole video on these 5 or 6 frequencies. I got the tip from Joe Wanasek, a little video that he showed about all these frequencies when mixing, EQing high gain guitars. So I've boosted 800 and boosted 320 to give more chugginess and more low end. And I actually did high pass filter, which I hardly ever do. I never ever do that because I just don't feel like I need to. And then we got an output. We got the output there. I had to turn the output on that one down a little bit first so it didn't blow up the input on this one, and then that's where we are. And then we're left with and of course, this is a classic metal master bus for me. I am running into Chris Lord Algae, and where is my plug? I don't know where the FX chain selector is. So I'm running into Chris Lord Algae's mix down, and then 2 different tapes. This one's really just saturating a tad, really just adding a little bit, but the J37 is adding a lot of lower end and stuff too, like that. So yeah, but those are just presets. So we're gonna check out another one, and another one of the amps in the packs, and yeah, let's do another demo. Hit it. Yeah, I like that one a whole lot better. Yeah, you can tell. So that's another demo of an upcoming song. So let's check out what we got going here. So guitars, man. Whoop, and we're gonna solo this guitar again so you can hear this one. And we're using a different amp. We're using the 5152. Original 5150 head. Now I own an EVH, so I was like, I'm not gonna mess with an EVH because I own one. I want to use some amps that I don't have. I've never played an original 5150 in person, so I've owned a 6505. I own a 5153, 50 watt EL34, which I have a NAM pack too. By the way, I'll link that in the description. It's free. So it is, and I've got a orange cab pack also that they go well together. So I've never played a 5150, and I've never played a crank in real life, and then I've never played the last one that we'll show too. So this Merciless Drive, this 5150 didn't have as much input gain as the crank did. So I needed more drive. I needed more overdrive. So I used the Merciless Drive at level 10. And this is, I'm not even using this left IR. I'm only using the one on the right. But this is how it sounds by itself. We can hear the other IR. And it's funny now that I'm remembering when I recorded this, I think that these are out of phase also, because when you go in the middle, it just muds up. See how it's all muddy? So that means they're out of phase. The phase needs to be flipped on one of them, and then they'll blend better. I like that one better, so that's what I went with. And so the guitar bus is very similar to what I used before. Well, it is the same plugins that I used before, but the frequencies are a little bit different. I've got 5K a little bit higher, and 12K is a lot higher too. I'm not even boosting 800 at all, and then 320 is about the same. Let me bump this 12.5K out, and you can really hear the difference here. See that? How it closes? It's closed like that, and then 12K really opens it. So yeah, a little tip here. I'm going to do a little bit more of an in-depth, kind of informational video here soon about this. But I used to keep my input gain on my interface all the way to 0. But something I noticed with these is that whenever the person that captures their amps, whatever the volume that their interface is, like, everybody's interface is different. So basically you should turn your input gain on your interface up as loud as you can without clipping the channel, without it turning red. So just kind of scrape your guitar with a pick. It's kind of hard, and make sure it doesn't hit the red. And that's how much signal you should be sending the amp sim. Also, something that I needed to do was turn this output gain up. This output gain is not volume. When this was at 0, I had EQ going. But when I boosted the output, it made the amp sim come more alive. Like I said, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on that. So let's hear the last and the third and last example that I've made here on this pack. Hit it. Ooh, another tasty song, another more tasty riffs. So this one is the Ingle. That's the one we're using on this. This is the Ingle Savage, and we're not using Merciless Drive this time. We're using it's called 808 Green because we can't be naming stuff with the copyrighted names. So pretty sure that this is a Maxon OD 808, and it's at level 10. That's exactly where you want an overdrive pedal. Sometimes you might turn the input up a tad, which I do sometimes, but you don't always have to do that, and I didn't do that this time. Levels is all the way up. And once again, I've turned up the output, but I did not mess with the EQ. And I went ahead and used Ingle impulse responses on both of these. So let's hear this. Okay, it's soloed. I just wanted to make sure. And let's hear this. Let's go back and forth on the impulse. They're super close to each other. There's not a whole lot of difference that I hear. And and 12K is not as high as the last one, and then we've got 5K, and it's not as much either. But yeah, so I'm not doing a whole lot. But you got to remember, the master bus plays a big part, and that's why I mix with my mastering plugins on. I don't do that last. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. And go and grab the pack. It's $10 off. So instead of $29, it's $10 cheaper. Do the math. I'm just kidding. So yeah, it's $10 off right now. It's a great pack, and it's got much more than what I just showed you. But I'm really happy to do this video. And go grab it. There will be a link in the description. And if you made it this far, I love you. And please, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Like 90% of you that watch my videos are not subscribed. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Change that to all, or YouTube is not going to tell you that I've released a video. Till next time, guys, rock on.